Namaskar and welcome to Samarpan Se Moksha. Thanks to Universe for allowing me a chance to make this video. In Shriyanth Part 1 and Part 2, we have learned in detail about 9 avarans. In this video, we will learn the meaning of 10 mudras which seeker perform in SRIVIDYA. In Lalita Sahasranam, Devi is praised as Das Mudras Samaratha. This shows the importance of worshipping Divine Mother through 10 sacred hand gestures which are known as mudras. The innermost square of Bhopra has 10 mudra devis. These mudra devis are also located in each avaran, and each mudra has a different beat mantra. Now let us understand what mudra means. Mudra is a certain position of finger and palm, or it is a hand gesture. These gestures are not merely a physical postures, but it is an abstract form of communication with divine. Each finger has a different meaning in different mudra. We know that our body is made up of 5 elements: fire, air, space, earth, and water. Each finger represents one element. The thumb represents fire element, index finger represents air element, middle finger represents space element, ring finger represents earth element, and the little finger represents the water element. We also know that there are 5 vital breaths, that is Apan, Saman, Pran, Vyan, and Udan. And through each finger runs the Pran for each element. So by holding the fingers in a certain position, we can increase or decrease the Pran to a specific part of the body. And that is why Mudra is also called seal or locking the Pran for a specific purpose. Each mudra is imbued with the powerful beej akshars or seed syllables which activate various dimensions of the spiritual journey. The journey is of surrender of soul to divine, where each mudra unlocks a new layer of understanding, gently guiding the soul towards liberation and oneness with the goddess. Traditionally, the right hand and its finger represent the Prakash principle, that is pure light awareness, and the left hand represents the Vimarsh principle, that is the power of expression and creative energy. The 3 forms of Shakti, Vam, Jeshta, Rodri, they represent the Prakash aspect of Bhagwan Shiv and are represented by fingers of right hand. And 3 powers of Shakti, Iksha, Gyan, and Kriya, that is will, knowledge, and action. They represent the Vimarsh aspect of Shakti, and these are represented by the fingers of left hand. When the fingers of both hands they join in mudra, it symbolizes the union of consciousness and the energy from which the entire universe has come into the existence. Now we will talk about the 10 mudras which are used in Sri Vidya. The first 5 mudras with a beej akshar, drāṁ, drīṁ, klīṁ, blūṁ, sa. They represent the 5 arrows of Manmat, the god of love. They represent the 5 tan matras or panch tan matras, the shabd, sparsh, roop, ras, and gandh. These are the arrows of sensory pleasures that come through the interaction with the world at large. The first mudra is sarva-saṃkṣobhiṇī Mudra. Beej akshar is drāṁ, mother, awaken me. It is connected with tan matra shabd or sound, and the chakra is Trailok Mohan chakra. The word Saṃkṣobhan means to stir, to shake, or to awaken. And Saṃkṣobhiṇī means she who stirs, awakens, or sets everything into the motion. Before spiritual life begins, most people they live mechanically. They are driven by habit, desire, fear, and the social conditioning and the demands of everyday life. They spend years chasing the external goal without realizing the most important question, that who they are. Through this mudra, the sadhak prays to Mother to awaken the dormant spiritual power within him and to shake him out of the ignorance, to break his rigid beliefs and false identifications, and to free him from the spiritual sleep. This mudra is a prayer for the inner awakening. It is a request to Divine Mother to stir the soul and to begin his spiritual journey. Now, in everyday life, we hear hundred of sounds in the form of conversations, from news, from social media, in the form of praise, criticism, sound of animals, sound of vehicles, machinery. Some are good, some are bad. Some are soothing, some disturb us. So our mind is filled with all kind of sounds. So in this mudra, the sadhak is asking permission and blessing of Divine Mother to experience her in all the sounds. That is, whatever sound, good or bad, we hear, let me experience you in that sound, as you are all pervading. And then no sound will be good or bad or will agitate me. And amidst all the worldly noise, I will hear the inner calling that leads me towards the realization. Second mudra, Sarva-VidrāviṇīMudrā. Beach akshar is drīṁ. This mudra states, Mother, purify me. It is associated with tan matra sparsh or touch, and it is associated with sarv asha paripurak chakra. The word Vidravani means to melt, dissolve, or to scatter or to drive away. Therefore, Sarva-Vidrāviṇī means she who dissolves, scatters, removes everything that stands in the way, everything that obstructs the spiritual realization. So, after awakening, the seeker now begins to see obstacles that have been holding him back for years. And these are in the form of fears, attachments, anger, ego, and his false identities. Through this mudra, sadhak prays, O Mother, now that you have awakened me, purify me, dissolve my ignorance, and destroy every obstacle that stands between you and me. Sarva-VidrāviṇīMudrā is associated with sparsh, tan matra of touch. The sparsh is associated with vayu, the element of air. Now, air has a power to move, disperse, scatter, and carry the things away. A strong wind can disperse clouds, smoke, dust. Likewise, the Divine Mother's touch disperses ignorance, fear, and the inner obstacles. And then the sadhak begins to see every contact, every sensation, and every experience as a touch of Divine Mother. And this divine touch, it disperses ignorance and obstacles which come in the path of sadhana. The third mudra, sarva-karṣiṇī Beach akshar is klīṁ. It states, Mother, draw me towards you. It is associated with sarva-saṃkṣobhiṇī chakra. This mudra is associated with the tan matra root, that is form and sight. The word akarshan means to draw or to pull or to attract. Therefore, sarva-karṣiṇī means she who attracts all things or she who draws everything towards herself. For most people, when we talk about word attraction, it means attracting other people, wealth, success, power, or worldly pleasures. But in SRIVIDYA, the highest form of attraction is not worldly, but it is a spiritual attraction. After awakening and purification, the seeker realizes that his mind is constantly attracted by countless things like wealth, power, pleasure, relationships. Therefore, through this mudra, the sadhak prays that, O Mother, please turn the attraction of my heart towards you. Draw my wandering mind towards the truth, and let every beautiful thing which I see reminds me of you. In Tanmatra interpretation, Sarva-Karṣiṇī is associated with roop, that is form and sight. Most people see Divine Mother only in temple idols, sacred image, or yantra, but they fail to see Mother in animal, plants, or the ordinary forms of daily life. So Sadhak, through this mudra, prays Mother to remove his limited vision so that he is neither attracted by beautiful forms nor repelled by unpleasant forms. And may every form become reminder of Mother's presence. Fourth mudra, Sarva-Vaśankarī. Beach mantra is blūṁ. Mother, help me remain established in you. It is connected with Sarv Saubhagadayak chakra. Tan matra is ras, taste, feeling, or experience. Meaning of Sarva-Vaśankarī. The word vash, it means control, mastery, or bringing under one's influence. So, Sarva-Shankari means she who brings everything under control or she who grants mastery over all. This mudra is usually misunderstood because the word vash means controlling. But in Sri Vidya, it is not controlling others, but it is controlling oneself. After awakening, purification, and attraction towards divine, the seeker realizes that his greatest obstacle is not the world outside, but it is his own untrained, restless mind. Many times we know what is right, but we are often swayed by our desires. We often do what is pleasant. Therefore, through this mudra, the sadhak prays to Mother to help him overcome his craving so that his senses, mind, and emotions are in harmony and he is no longer slave to his habits. This is the prayer for inner discipline. In the Tan Matra interpretation, it is associated with ras, that is preference or taste. Just as a tongue experiences sweet, bitter, sour, salty, and countless other tastes, life also experiences many emotional rusts. Most of the people spend their lives chasing pleasant experiences, avoiding painful ones. They welcome happiness, they reject sorrow, they cling to pleasure, they resist discomfort. As a result, their peace depends upon the circumstances. Through this mudra, the sadhak prays that, O Mother, teach me to accept every experience, good or bad, as your prasad. O Mother, let me discover your presence in every rust. Then the pain will be there, but there will be no suffering. Sadhak will be in inner bliss under all circumstances. The seeker is asking Mother not to remove pain or difficulty from life, but give him wisdom to remain connected to Mother in all circumstances. Sarvon-Mādinī Mudra, Beej Akshar is Saha, Mother, fill me with divine love. Let me be intoxicated with your presence. Tan Matra is Gandh or smell. Sarvarth Sadhak Chakra is associated with this mudra. The word sarva-mādinī comes from the Sanskrit word unmad, which in ordinary language means madness or intoxication. However, in the language of Bhakti and Tantra, it refers to an intense love and absorption in the divine. Many great saints, they appear mad to the world because their mind and heart were completely immersed in divine. Through this mudra, the sadhak prays to Mother that his devotion may become so deep and intense that worldly attractions gradually lose their hold over him and his heart becomes filled only with the love for Divine Mother. This mudra is associated with Tan Matra Gandh, smell, which corresponds to earth element, and it represents essence, rootedness, and subtle influence. Every being has a subtle fragrance of consciousness. We have seen that when we sit near a saint, we feel peace, happy, and good. But when we sit near an angry person, we feel disturbed. Normally, we divide our association with people in two ways: people we like, people we don't like, good company, bad company, pleasant meetings, and unpleasant meetings. The mind spends the whole life making these kind of divisions. But when the devotion deepens, the sadhak began to seek something higher. He sees the fragrance of Mother in every being and every association. And so, through this mudra, he prays to Mother that at present I seek the company of people I like and avoid those I dislike. But since you are present in every being, let me smell your fragrance in all the associations, so that I do not judge the people as good or bad, and let every association become an opportunity to experience your divine play. Teach me to see beyond the judgment. Next mudra is Sarv-Mahānkuśe Mudra. Beej Akshar is kroṁ. Mother, guide me back to the right path. This is associated with Sarv Chakra. Till now, the sadhak has learned to experience the Divine Mother through five tanmatras: sound, touch, form, taste, and smell, and to see Divine Mother in all sensory experiences. But there is a still chance of seeker going in the wrong direction. Seeker, he understands the spiritual teaching, he knows what is right, what is wrong for him, yet still there is a chance that he gets distracted by the worldly attraction and falls back into the old patterns. Therefore, he prays to Mother that whenever I move away from you, do not allow me to wander too far. Pull me back. Maha Ankush is made up of two words. Maha means great and Ankush means goat, the great goat. Ankush is a small hook used to guide powerful elephant. The elephant is strong and intelligent, capable of great work, but if left unguided, it may wander in the wrong direction. Similarly, the human mind is very powerful and can easily be distracted by desires, ego, attachments, and sensory attractions. So, through this mudra, the sadhak he prays to Mother to place Ankush on him, to show him the loving anger, to guide him, correct him continuously for his spiritual progress. This mudra is a prayer for divine guidance. Sarva-Khecarī Mudra. Mother, expand my consciousness. It is associated with Sarva Rog Har Chakra. Now, Sarv-Khecarī is made up of two parts: Kha and Char. Kha is space, vastness, and Char is one who moves or travels. Thus, Khechri means she who moves in infinite space. Most people, they spend their life thinking about survival, security, possessions, status, and family concerns. These concerns are natural, but entire life of a person often confines to them. So through this mudra, the sadhak prays to Mother that, O Mother, expand my vision beyond mere survival. Help me remember the higher purpose of life. Do not let my consciousness remain trapped only in the worldly concerns. This space which we talk here is not the mere physical sky, but it is a vast space of consciousness itself. Have you ever observed the sky? It has clouds, birds, storms, sunlight, darkness. The sky does not reject anything, yet the sky remains untouched. Similarly, the sadhak is praying to Mother to lift his awareness above the endless cycle of daily worries. The sadhak prays to Mother to teach him to love without attachment, to perform duties without being imprisoned by them. That is ability to let go things. He also prays Mother to help him to develop some bhav. That is, he is no longer affected by success or failure, praise or criticism, gain or loss. For the bird which is flying high up in the sky, the height of hut or the tall building is same. So Khechari Mudra teaches not escaping from the world, not rejecting the life, freedom not from responsibility, but freedom from mental bondage. The next mudra is sarva-bīje. It is associated with Siddhi Prada Chakra. Mother, reveal the source from which everything arises, the seed of everything. A seed is a tiny but has the potential to develop in big tree. Or we can say that the seed has a tree in it. Seed is a giver. After learning to see Mother in sound, touch, form, experience, fragrance, guidance, and the vastness of consciousness, the seeker now prays to Mother to show the seed from which everything arises. Let me see your creative power in every atom of the universe. The seeker is no longer focused merely on the individual objects or daily course, but seeks to understand the source from which the universe has risen. It is a prayer to recognize the divine seed of consciousness and the creative power present in all existence. Sarva-Yone Mudra. Beach Akshar is aim. It is associated with Sarva Anandmaya Chakra, the universal womb, the receiver, the cosmic source from which all existence emerges. Sarv-Bij is the divine beach, the giver, the initiating principle. And Sarv-Yoni is the divine womb, the receiver, the nurturing, and the manifesting principle. Mother is both the seed and the womb of the universe. Mother is giver and receiver. She is a creator, creation, and the experiencer. Till now, the seeker believes that I am here and the world is outside me, that he is a limited individual, always comparing with others and constantly seeking fulfillment outside. But Sarva-Yone Mudra, it begins to dissolve this separation. Seeker now prays to Mother. Help me realize that everything that exists has emerged from same divine source. Remove the illusion that I am separate from the rest of the creation. Let me stop comparing my life journey with the journey of others. And also teach me to discover the completedness that is already present within me. This realization removes the feeling of incompletedness and replaces it with a sense of wholeness and unity. 10th Mudra, Sarva-Trikhanda Mudra. Trikhand means three divisions, three sections. Sarva-Trikhanda Mudra is a fulfillment of the prayer. This means the union of various triads into a single entity. For example, the practitioner, his guru, and Devi. Knower, the known, and the path of knowing. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Waking, that is Jagrit. Dreaming, Swapan, and sleep, that is Sushupti. Merger of triads into a single entity is the supreme knowledge that the practitioner has asked for in the previous avarans. This mudra refers to the three kutas of Panchdashi mantra also, Vagbhag, Kamraj, and Shaktigut. This mudra is termed as a Brahm mudra. The extended pair of fingers point out to the creation, sustenance, and dissolution. Sarv-Trikhand Mudra is regarded as a culmination of 10 mudras. The journey begins with the awakening, hskhphreṁ Mudra, and ends with the dissolution of all divisions into a non dual awareness of Divine Mother. Thus, the 10 mudras can be viewed as 10 prayers. The 10 mudras function as a map of seekers' inner pilgrimage through Sri Chakra, from the outer sphere of worldly consciousness to the bindu of supreme non-dual awareness. If you have learned something new, kindly like it, subscribe it, and share it. Thank you very much.